To the audiobook.
And I'm too scared to try W notes.
What's up everyone? Today's video I'm going to be reading 2 Liv Constantine books in a reading vlog. So I have 2 of her, well, I guess this one is a backlist title. This one just came out. It's actually The Arc and I never got a chance to read it. But I have read 1 book by Liv Constantine. I read The Last Mrs. Parrish and I absolutely loved it. I think I read it 2 years ago. Gave it 5 stars. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to be reading these 2 and I'm going to see if Liv Constantine can become a new favorite thriller author or if maybe I only liked 1 book. The Wife Stalker actually kind of sounds a lot like The Last Mrs. Parrish. This is a domestic thriller and it's going to involve a married couple and another female that is trying to kind of break the marriage, or I'm guessing that he's cheating with her. For some reason, I just love like love triangles that involve like marriages and cheating and falling apart. Like obviously, let me just make a disclaimer, like I would never want that to happen to me. But I love reading about the drama to other people, okay? Not me, other people. I don't think I've ever known that to actually happen in real life, so I don't want to wish that onto anybody. But in a book, I really, really love those types of premises. To me, it's just drama juiciness. So I am excited to read this one. I think this is the one I'm going to start out with because I have heard some good things about it. The Stranger in the Mirror, I have not heard as many things about this one, but it has an amnesia trope and I love those. Like they are one of my favorite tropes. This is about Addison. She's about to get married and she like doesn't remember like who she is because she got in an accident. I don't know if a driver hit her or exactly what happened, but her memory never returned. So she doesn't remember her real name. She doesn't remember like, I guess, who she's going to marry. And that just sounds very interesting to me. I love synopsises that have that type of thing. I've read a bunch of different amnesia books. So I'm really hoping that I like both of them, not just one. But I'm definitely gonna start with The Wife Stalker and then I'm gonna try and move on with The Stranger in the Mirror. Before I get into it, obviously I don't know what I'm going to like, but I would love for you guys to comment down below which one you think I'm going to like, or do you think I'm not gonna like any of them? Sometimes I feel like you know me better than I do. So out of these 2, I would love to know what you think. Am I gonna like it, not like it? Will I like one and not the other? Let's get into reading. So I definitely know this is on Libby. I had a little sticky note in because I kind of figured out all of where my books are on my TBR from my Reading to Zero challenge. I actually have a bunch of laundry to put away, so I'm going to listen to the audiobook and hopefully do an interesting first update. Let me grab it because I'm pretty sure I put it on hold. Ooh, got it in time. Due in 6 days, it says. It's less than 9 hours. That is a short audiobook. And I listened to it on 2 times the speed. So like, I'm gonna get this done in like 4 or 5 hours. Man, I should have started it like a long time ago. Hello and good morning. So I don't actually have a reading update for you guys quite yet, probably soon, but I am about to take Graham to the vet because he has had like 4 or 5 days where he has just been like off, not seeming himself, not really eating the way that he's supposed to be. So I'm about to take him to to the vet because I don't know if like, we're not sure if he ate something. He seems like in pain and stuff, so I'm gonna get him ready. Nope.
Leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true. Holding on too long and unresolved questions hold you down. What could have been a friendly smile has turned into a frown. I'm moving on and on. On and on. I'm moving on and on. On and on. I'm driving in my car, the road is long and full of dust. The landscape changes around me, on and on, I feel immersed. Whatever happened to me happened.
Okay, so I unfortunately have to go to work like in 10 minutes and I need to get ready. After the vet, I've just been working on, well, not just, I literally finished editing a whole video for my main channel. It was my day in the life where I go thrift shopping at Goodwill and stuff, and it turned out so great. It's the second video now that I have edited on Final Cut Pro on my MacBook, and I am loving it. I've learned how to color correct and kind of like find the vibe that I really want for my videos, and I love it. Like, to me, it definitely is easier than Adobe Premiere that I was using. I just really love the shortcuts on the keyboard. So I feel like I can kind of just sit here and like easily go through it. Whereas when I was like sitting upstairs at my desk, like I just felt so like just stressed like in my shoulders and stuff, like sitting there and trying to edit videos. So anyway, I am 86 pages into The Wife Stalker, and it's like a little hard for me to talk about because I'm not disliking it, but I'm not like super in love with it yet. I'm in the middle of like, I'm actually enjoying it. I can't wait to see where it's going to go, but it doesn't seem like super original or fast paced. It actually reminds me a lot of The Last Mrs. Parrish. Right now we have Piper, who is the girl that's like stealing the husband, and Joanna is the wife, and then Leo is the husband. And so the very beginning we saw that like Joanna and Leo were married, and then Piper works with Leo. He is a lawyer, and she starts kind of like digging her claws into him, and he ends up like right away pretty much getting a divorce from his wife Joanna. And now like I guess Piper is visiting like the children. They have 2 kids, and she has made some comments about like one of the kids doesn't like her, and they're both really picky, and you know, she's like, oh, like I know one of the kids is a liar because he stole one of my things in the house, but the husband doesn't believe her. So she's like, well, I'm gonna show him like, you know, his kid isn't perfect or whatever. So I get this like really evil vibe from Piper, who's obviously like the mistress. Joanna is taking care of her mom, and so she actually like, she loses the house, she lives with her mom, and the kids are like with Leo, the dad, and then occasionally Piper. So that's definitely a weird dynamic because like normally that doesn't happen. It has been at the part where I'm at, there's been this like weird thing about how I guess Piper had married another old guy before, and it was because he was rich. And I mean, I'm assuming that they're all rich. But I guess she's kind of like a home wrecker. That guy had died, so she probably got a lot of the money. So I don't know if that's like where this book is going, or if that's just like, you know, a red herring in here, but it does seem like money is involved. It does seem like Piper is the type to kind of go around and like wreck households, but that just seems like way too easy to be the answer, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what else is going to happen, but it's not like a huge book or anything like that. Oh my gosh. I did not know. This is almost like Christina Lauren. Liv Constantine is not one person. Liv Constantine is the pen name of international bestselling authors and sisters Lynn Constantine and Valerie Constantine. Separated by 3 states, they spend hours plotting via FaceTime and burning up each other's emails. I did not realize that. Oh my gosh, sometimes I feel so stupid when it comes to authors. You know, for like a really long time, I thought Riley Sager was a girl. But anyway, so that's my update for now. I really hope that I get to listen to more of the audiobook while I'm at work tonight. It has been going well with doing that recently, but I might be able to get back into that groove once we kind of like get everyone trained and everyone knows what they're doing. But the audiobook so far has been good, so I'm hoping that I can listen to the audiobook. Okay, let's quick get ready for work now. Hello, good morning. I was going to update you guys yesterday while I was at work because I actually got to listen to a good chunk of the wife Stalker. I need to update my bookmark because I was listening to it. I didn't even pull out the book or anything, but I was really glad because while I was like cooking at work and stuff, I think I definitely listened to at least an hour of the book. But then when I was on break, I was gonna do like a little update. But then my husband came up because like we both work at the same university, and he came up and I still had a few minutes left on my break. So I never got to do my update because then I had to go back like to work and stuff. And then last night when I got home, I actually had a day in the life video. Like it had been uploading to YouTube while I was at work. And so then I was like fixing those details and stuff, working on the thumbnail, and it ended up being like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I was going to bed, because like I don't get home until like 11:30 or 12. All right, let me see how far I am in the audiobook. I actually, like, I don't think that this thriller is like a mind-blowing thriller, but I really love domestic thrillers, and I know that not a lot of people do, but I am enjoying the story. Like, it's very easy to listen to at work. It's easy to stay in the story. I am 53% into the audiobook on Libby. So it says I have 4 hours left, but I listened to that on 2 times the speed. So I should be able to finish that in a few hours today, maybe even at work today, which would be really great because I'm actually gonna start working on more editing stuff and not read right now. But per my last update, oh, speaking of, yes, I have the same shirt on today because like I've said before, like I only wear my clothes like for 3 hours before I have to put on work clothes. And so whatever, I'm wearing it again. But anyway, this is the Biblio University sweatshirt from Hello Lovely. I got it in my last box and I love it. I have it in like, this is the 2XL, and I love how like big and cozy it is. But anyway, you can use my code Jacqueline15 to get 15% off if you want to grab one. But I really like it. It's just like, you know, plain, simple, really love it. Okay, so in the wife Stalker, like I said, don't think anything crazy. It is a domestic thriller. I don't think that anyone is going to be, I mean, I haven't finished it yet, obviously, but like, I don't think anyone's gonna be like super shocked with like the storyline and everything going on. But it's just interesting to me because I love like drama and domestic thrillers. I don't know what it is about it, but it almost reminds me of like, they remind me of like an episode of like The Bachelorette or Love is Blind or like things like that. I don't know why. But it does seem, to me anyway, it seems like Piper is evil, but like I honestly don't know because that just seems like too easy. That doesn't seem like it would actually be. I actually, when I told you guys about the synopsis yesterday, about her having been like married to like somebody else that died, it was actually that she took them on her sailboat because she sails, and it was the like her older husband and his, I think, daughter, they both died. So it was like her husband and a child died. They supposedly fell off the sailing boat or whatever. So right now, the original wife, Joanna, like she obviously is being made into kind of like a mental health character, as in the husband will be like, you're acting crazy, you know, like you don't know what you're talking about, you don't remember, or why are you acting like that? And she got in trouble with the police for something that I'm not gonna say, and it seems like that's what's being set up, is the, oh, like you're gonna have to go to a mental hospital or whatever. I mean, not really, I don't know, but that's what it seems like, which happens a lot in domestic thrillers, like, let's be real. But I'm curious to see if Piper is going to do something to Joanna's kids, because Joanna and Theo, like, they have 2 kids of their own, a boy and a girl, and Piper is like getting along with the girl, but the boy like doesn't really like her, and she's feeding him these like green smoothies. So we'll see what happens with all of that. But like I said, don't go, even if I love this at the end, like, those of you who do not like domestic thrillers, don't ever listen to my domestic thriller recommendations, because like it's like people that like the very descriptive thrillers, like even when people rave about those, I know I don't like those, and I know that I'm not going to like it even though they're raving about it. So if you don't like domestic thrillers, don't pay attention to when I'm raving about a domestic thriller. Like, just pretend I'm not even talking, okay? By the way, have I told you how much I love oat milk right now? It is so good. Also, my cup is really funny. My husband got me this for Christmas. It was like Christmas or like Valentine's Day or something, because, you know, I really like Animal Crossing. But oat milk, it is so good. Like, I am loving it in all my coffees. I really like the Silk extra creamy one, but also the Chobani one is like organic with organic gluten-free oats and stuff like that. So that one's also pretty good too, but I just really like the Silk one. Speaking of, if you didn't know I had a main channel, my day in the life just went up, and if you like my daily vlogs, then you would probably like my main channel, because they're like my daily vlogs. So definitely check that out. The link is always down below in the description box. Speaking of, I'm going to edit a video for my main channel. Hello. I had to run errands before work, and I have like about 50 minutes before I need to start like walking up to work. I'm just parked outside of like this is where I usually park and stuff. So I walk up the steps up there. But anyway, so I figured that this is the perfect time for me to sit and read more of The Wife Stalker, because this morning I was just editing, like I didn't have any more time to read, because I was doing like a bunch of YouTube stuff. I'm going to sit here and try and make a decent dent in it, and then if it's also a good day at work and I can listen to it at work, I might be able to finish it tonight, which would be really cool, because then I can start the second book and maybe be able to fit more books in this month. Well, not more than I was planning. I was planning on 10, and right now I think this is like 5 or 6. Maybe I won't be too far behind. Okay, I am on chapter 43. I'm at page 230, and the book is only 300 pages long. And according to the audiobook, I am 74% in. So I think that I can definitely finish this tonight. I really don't want to have to like finish it after work, so I really hope that work goes well and I can listen to it there, but I'm almost done with it. And I honestly am just like, I'm in that part of the like the thriller book where you're just waiting to see what type of like twist and big reveal is going to happen. So I don't know like what my current rating is, because like the big reveal is going to be coming soon, or like the twist is going to be coming soon. And so I'm just like trying to get to that part, because like I just want to know, so that way I can be like, okay, like this was a decent book, or oh wow, that definitely surprised me, like didn't know where that was going. It is time for me to walk up and go to work. Unfortunately, it is still raining, so I have to walk up all of the steps in the rain. So that's not cool. Good news is we got pumpkin pie syrup, because I work, it's so hard to explain like where I work. I work obviously on a university campus, and the place that I work actually has like 2 little like mini restaurants in it. One side is like a cafe, like a Starbucks, and then the other side, and I mean we have like sandwiches and stuff, and then the other side is like a Chipotle, like fast casual kind of menu or whatever. Currently right now it is like a Chipotle menu, but it changes every 6 weeks. So like sometimes it's like a Mediterranean menu, or sometimes it's like a mac and cheese bar, so it's different. But anyway, on the coffee side, we got pumpkin pie syrup yesterday. So today I'm gonna make myself a pumpkin pie latte, and I am so excited. I'm literally gonna make it as soon as I get up there, so that's gonna be really great and awesome. All right, let's go walk in the rain. Hello, good morning. So I ended up finishing The Wife Stalker last night when I was at work, and I also started The Stranger in the Mirror, but I didn't get to do an update because I ended up giving an employee a drive home last night, and then it was just really late. Alvin was awake while I got home, and so then we had a little chat, and then we just all went to bed. I'm going to have my final rating for The Wife Stalker at a 3. The problem with it is that it just wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I did enjoy reading it. It actually wasn't the worst book I've ever read or anything like that. I had a really fun time listening while I was at work, and maybe that's one of the reasons why, is because it didn't seem as boring to me as if I was reading it at home. So if I was sitting at home reading it, it might have been more boring to me, but since I was at work, I mean, it was entertaining. But the ending just didn't really have anything going for me. I mean, it was kind of set up the same as so many other domestic thrillers. It does remind me a lot of The Last Mrs. Parrish, just not good enough. The Last Mrs. Parrish is just really good, and so I feel if you didn't like The Last Mrs. Parrish, you definitely wouldn't like this one, because a lot of the storyline just seems very similar. I did start The Stranger in the Mirror, and so far this one has been pretty good. Again, I don't know if it's because I'm listening to it at work, but not a whole bunch of stuff has happened. It's about this one girl who lost her memory. She has no clue why she doesn't have a memory. It's 2 years after the fact that she lost her memory, and she has met this guy, and they have fallen in love, and so she's actually getting ready to get married to him. But his mom is kind of it reminds me of you know, Southern Belle vibes, rich family, almost like the Southern Book Club's Guide or The Wife Upstairs. His mom and family has that type of vibe to them. So she doesn't want her son to marry this girl. I forget what her name is because she changed her name because she doesn't know her actual real name. They wanted to get married right away, within a few months, and the mom was oh no honey, we're gonna be paying for your wedding, let's have a big one, let's do the planning, let's not get married till next year. And it's because she thinks it's so suspicious. The lady doesn't. Of course, my battery died on my way to work when I was trying to tell you guys about the book, but I didn't have a chance to read anything today anyway, and it has been raining so much. I even had to take a different way to get home because all of the roads are flooded everywhere. But I just got home and heated up some dinner and stuff and cleaned up a little bit, and then Alvin's taking a shower right now, but we're gonna watch the first episode of Survivor because it's a 2-hour premiere tonight, which I'm really excited about. So I probably won't really read anything tonight. Maybe I'll see if I can read some tomorrow at work, but other than that, my thoughts are just the same as what they were before. Hello, it's the next day, and I had gotten to work about 20 minutes early because I woke up a little earlier than I needed to put I was making chili, but I put it in the slow cooker. So I got all that done, and then I just drove to work so that way I could read for 20 minutes. So my update is that I am 102 pages in to The Stranger in the Mirror. I'm on chapter 24, and I don't know if I fully was able to tell you guys because I know that my camera, my battery died the other day, but this is a little confusing. There's a lot of different characters. The chapters are short, but we're following Addison, who is the girl that lost her memory, And then Gabriel is the guy that she's going to like marry. So she like lost her memory and it's been gone for like 2 years, but she fell in love with this guy named Gabriel. Then he has like a parent named Blythe, who is like, you know, rich Southern vibes, that type of thing. But then there's also Julian, who is the father to like this little girl. I forget what her name is, but anyway, apparently like Julian's wife and like the little girl's mom disappeared a few years ago. And I don't know, like, I don't know if it's true or not, but like, I'm thinking that it's probably Addison, but that just seems like too easy, you know what I mean? But Addison keeps having these like weird flashbacks of like someone like almost beating her and like torturing her and like just threatening her. So I guess she like was captured and lived with somebody, and that's why she lost her memory, was because like, I don't know if it was an accident or she just pushed those memories out. But it kind of seems like she is the mom to this little girl. And the chapter that I just read, she like saw a little girl and she said that she had this like just heartbreaking feeling as if she was like missing like her own child. But then it even said that like when I first was examined, the doctor told me that there was no evidence that I'd ever been pregnant or given birth. So I never worried that I'd left a child. But now I wonder, am I remembering someone? Maybe I adopted or had a foster child or stepdaughter. Either way, I need to know. So it's just very confusing because I don't know. Like, I don't know if Addison really is the girl, or if like, you know, there's gonna be this really big twist at the end where, I don't know, I just hope that like, I like it. Right now, it seems to be a little less interesting than the wife stalker. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because I went straight into it after the wife stalker, but it just doesn't seem as fascinating. But I mean, it still is just like a regular domestic thriller, you know. Time for me to go up to work and hopefully I get to read more. Okay, I know that I feel like I'm always just in work clothes, but it's because I had the weekend off with going to that wine festival, and now I'm just working a whole bunch of days in a row. So I'm gonna be at work for like 9 days in a row. I'm actually heading out a little early because I'm going to another one of the like little places on campus. It's called the Tea House. I'm meeting one of my coworkers there and we're gonna get the boba tea. I've never had the boba tea before, so we're going a little early so we can get it before going into work at 3. But oh my gosh, last night I was listening to The Stranger in the Mirror, and I got to page 162. So I'm a little over halfway now, and I'm actually really liking it now. When I was on break yesterday at work, I got to like a really cool like twist, and I mean, I think that I can tell you the twist without it being, no, I won't tell you, I won't say anything. But anyway, the twist is like, it's not, I guess it's not really a twist, it's just like part of the story. What I was talking about before in some of my clips was like, okay, you know, are these women the same women? Because I didn't understand how it could be not the same woman, but the way that it's like set up in order to like figure that out, and just everything else that's like from that. I mean, it's almost like a love triangle, which I am loving. I wish I could just give you more details, but like that has been one of my favorite parts of the book so far, is like from that moment and like on now. Yeah, I think it's too much of a spoiler for me to like actually tell you what's going on, but it's really good. It's super interesting. I feel like there's like this love triangle going on, and it's like, it almost, oh, here, I'll give you this. It reminds me of One True Loves. Like if you like that, like, oh, husband, oh, fiance. Yeah, then that's how this book is right now at the moment, and I am loving it. So I'm just interested to find out more about her life, and like figure out like why. I don't know, there's so many questions, there's so many unanswered things. So definitely got really good yesterday. I read a lot of it after it got really good on break, and then I like listened to it later on while I got a bath and stuff like that. Okay, we need to go get boba tea. Okay, so this is my friend and coworker Angie, and
Hi.
we just picked up, well, she has a hot chocolate, but they had this like mango boba tea. I've actually never had the boba, so that's why you're gonna watch me hopefully not throw it up. I'm just kidding. So do I drink the tea and then like you just like eat a boba through the straw?
I don't know, I've never had boba before. And I'm too scared to try W&Ls.
Interesting.
I told you
It's not bad, but it's like mixing milk and mango has a weird like sour flavor.
Yeah.
How do I find one? I thought they were chewy.
You see, I don't know what consistency to expect from them at all.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna be like chewy, like you're chewing on like a gummy piece.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a really thin film, and then you like bite into it, and then it's just liquid.
Okay, I get it.
I was trying to like figure out something else that would have that same consistency.
Something like skin, like as thin as grape, like, but just the consistency inside is more liquid.
Even thinner than a grape. But yeah, it's like liquid, if the grape had liquid in it, with a little bit thinner of a consistency. I mean, it's good. Out of 10, I think I give it like a 6 or 7.
That's pretty generous.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's a little low. All right, time for us to go to work now. Hello. Is this whole video just me wearing this same sweatshirt? Yes, it is. It's okay, okay? It's been like a few days since I actually have finished both of these books. I did finish The Stranger in the Mirror, but I had a really busy weekend at work, so I just didn't have the chance to update this video. And if you hear clicks, it's because I have my YouTube fireplace on, so let me turn that down, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's super funny too because my boss is outside like cleaning her garage. I don't know if you can see her, but yeah, she's like sweeping out the garage. Okay, like I said, my weekend was really busy. I ended up having to close Friday night and then go back in and open Saturday morning. So that gives me like no time in between because like closing is at 11:30 and then going back in, I have to be there at 9 a.m. So I have like 0 time. And I think Friday, yeah, Friday was actually the day that I finished The Stranger in the Mirror, but I had, you know, to open Saturday and then that evening, because my husband was off on Saturday, he gets like 1 day a week off. So then I spent the evening with him. I think we watched Hell's Kitchen. And then on Sunday I had to open again, which was yesterday. And I actually completed a 50-hour fast over the weekend. So I started fasting at 4 p.m. on Friday, went the entire weekend and didn't eat until last night, which was Sunday. Yeah, it was 6 p.m. I think that I ate, 6 or 6:30. That was the longest fast I've ever completed. And yeah, pretty crazy. I did lose 10.8 pounds this month. I'm super proud of myself. Going back to work was like super helpful, which is great. So anyways, that all did not pertain about the books, but The Stranger in the Mirror finished on Friday night, and I think that I'm going to give this 3 stars as well. So both of these books are just 3 stars to me, which like, I was talking to Gwen when she was here for the wine weekend about what do my ratings actually mean, because sometimes I feel really bad giving 3 stars because I don't like to pick up 3-star recommendations. Like if someone said to me, oh, hey, like these books are 3 stars, I would be like, that's cool. Like, never picking those up, you know? But like, I thoroughly enjoyed listening to these books. It was just that the endings of them, or like the outcome of them, just wasn't super thrilling, wasn't shocking, was just normal in the thriller genre. I think that that is one of the problems with it, is that when you are a thriller reader, it's hard to have those books that are going to always shock you, that are going to be, you know, just crazy and just so entertaining the whole entire time. So this one was a little bit harder to get into in the beginning, but then as you saw from one of my clips, like I did really get into it when there was that one like twist, and I was like, this feels like a love triangle, like that was really cool. But then the ending of this, or not even necessarily the ending, about I would say the last like 1/3 of this book, you like, everything is kind of just put out there so you know what like the main twist is going to be, which was actually kind of weird. Like I've never seen that before in a book, but it wasn't something that was like, whoa, like this is so cool. It was something where I was like, okay, that's kind of like a cheap twist or a cheap reason. So I actually would have preferred this one to have like a different outcome, because after I kind of knew what was going on, then the last 1/3 I was like, well, there's definitely not going to be more twists than that. Like that's kind of like the end of the book. Now we're just kind of finding out like what else happened. We just know why it happened or how it happened. But yeah, both of these I kind of felt the same way, where like I was entertained throughout the story, but I wasn't shocked by anything. I wasn't, well, that first twist, I guess, on this one I was a little shocked by, or I thought it was pretty cool that like that's how she went. But then the rest of them, they were just regular thrillers. They were just okay. If you have read a lot of domestic thrillers, I don't suggest you picking these up, just because I don't think that you're going to, I think you're gonna rate them the same as I would. I don't think that you would be obsessed with them or anything, because if you read a lot of domestic thrillers, you've probably already seen some of the things that happen in these happen in other thrillers. Now, if you are new to the thriller genre, I think both of these would be good for beginner thriller genre readers, because if you're just starting to get into this trope, if you know, think that you like domestic thrillers, you actually will probably be shocked by both of these, because you probably won't know that that's the formula that is used a lot in thrillers. Plus, they are entertaining going through them. So it's not like with like the slow burn thrillers, you know, like the ones that people love that have like all the description, you know, you spend the whole entire book and like it's so slow and then you get to a twist. These I felt like were, you know, packed with drama. They were interesting. So I kind of enjoyed the whole read. I just, you know, have already seen it done before in other things. Liv Constantine is not going to be one of my favorite authors. It's actually kind of funny that I liked them both equally. I also will say that I probably won't even remember what these are about in like a week. That's the problem sometimes with just thrillers that are just kind of the same formula. You just don't really remember anything about them later on. I don't know, if Liv Constantine comes out with another book, I might read it, because I think I do enjoy her writing style. These were really entertaining, so it's not like I was like trying to force myself to get through them. I do think that I would like listen to it on audio. I do really like the audiobooks that came with these. So I think that that is it. So I love The Last Mrs. Parrish, gave it 5 stars. The other 2 books were just 3 stars. But if you're new to the thriller genre, I suggest you picking them up. I would love to hear what you all thought about these if you've read these books. But I think that's it. This video has gotten to be really, really long and it just needs to end. So I will see you in another video. Bye everyone.